Well, here I am with another video. I hope everything is well in your house with your loved ones. And thank you for uh, watching this video. Today, I'm going to talk about politics. And because what has happened recently in Mexico about the Supreme Court, I'm going to uh, rest those 8 years for a little while, but I'm gonna come back to them again, okay? Because I give a hard times in the previous videos about the existence of God, but today is politics, and it's interesting. Stay with me for the rest of the video. You will love the video, okay? Because it's very informative, and also you will know how Mexico is at this time. Okay, so the title of this video is Mexico Impose New Members to the SCJN, which means Supreme Court of the Justice of the Nation. And so we are excited about that as Mexicans. You can see even my outfit, just to support the Mexican. Look at that. Look at that beautiful eagle there eating a snake and the cactus. That's the symbol of Mexico. And I am 100% Mexican. And sometimes people say you don't look like Mexican, but I am. You know, I have the cactus in my front head. Mexico became the first nations in the world, the first nation in the world to hold popular uh, vote election for the judicial system. This unprecedented electoral process, unprecedented, look at what I said, unprecedented electoral process happened on Sunday, June 1st, this year. 2025. For the first time in Mexico, it's a history. It's a Mexico history. It's making history in Mexico, and this is because of the previous president, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, to reform and democratize, see if I pronounce it right, democratize and eradicate the corruption within the Supreme Court, which was established 200 years ago on 1825 after the Emperor Agustin de Iturbide by the Constitution of 1824 when Mexico became a republic. And so by the Constitution of 1824, now citizens will be able to elect members of the Supreme Court. It's not wonderful? I think it is great. Judges, magistrates, down to our local courts. This is great. This is amazing. It's the first nation in the whole world that do this. Here in the United States, the president of the United States appoint the judge, and then they go through a cross-examination in the Congress, and then they get to the Supreme Court, and they are for life. No, in Mexico. Used to be in Mexico also that the presidents, they put their own judges, but they are they're very corrupt and agree with the president in a lot of corruption. So that's why they did this reform. The National Electoral Institute, the INE or INE, will oversee the election, ensuring transparency and in this historical shift from an appointment based judicial system to a popular election system, changing completely, totally. Before, corrupt presidents put the corruption judges. They agree with them and all the corruption that they did, all the presidents. The requirements for holding a seat on the Supreme Court are as follows. Number one, candidates should be no less than 35 years of age and no over 65 years. Number two, hold a law degree for at least 10 years. Number three, have a good reputation, not have been convicted from of thief, fraud, fraudulent, or forgery, or more than 1 year in prison. So those are the requirements for the candidates. Now, what we have at this time is the new members are 4 men and 5 women. Hugo Aguilar Ortiz, a 54-year-old indigenous born in Oaxaca from the Mixtec tribe, will be the Chief Justice or President of the Supreme Court, who will replace Norma Lucia Piña Hernandez. Those 9 court justices will be sworn on September 1st, 2025, this year, to begin the 12 years term of the Supreme Court. I just thinking how the opposition will be filled to have an indigenous man as president of the Supreme Court. They are so classist. They don't like indigenous people. And now he's going to be the president, of the Supreme Court. So probably they're going to have diarrhea just to know that indigenous person is going to be in the Supreme Court. So sorry for laughing, but I mean, I can I can help it. This vote elect only half of the members. The rest will be elected in 2027. The Supreme Court has to be autonomous and independent from other 2 branches of power, as well from politicians, oligarchs, and owners of multimillionaire corporations. Also, the drug cartels. The Supreme Court has corruption and nepotismo now. Nepotism, for those people who doesn't know, is family members. They free criminals because it's very corrupt. The Supreme Court in Mexico is very corrupt at this time. That's the reason Andrés Manuel López Obrador reformed the Supreme Court. They free criminals or white collar, high rank people. So they freed them by accepting bribes. Qui pro quo. Maybe you understand the Latin word. Pro quo. Give me something and I will give you this. That's the way it is. Bribes in Mexico, they're a big thing, the Supreme Court, they were associated with the previous corrupt presidents that ruled Mexico during the neoliberalism. Probably you hear about that before AMLO. There was a lot of corruption. I mean, it still is, but not as much as it was before. AMLO is Andrés Manuel López Obrador is the pioneer of democracy in Mexico. but he didn't finish because he didn't have the time to finish it. So now is Claudia Sheinbaum, the new president, that is going to finish and establish 100% democracy in Mexico. So I am excited about that. And I know a lot of my paisanos, uh, my friends in Mexico, everybody that is Mexican, they are excited at this time. What is going on in Mexico? Mexico, uh, before Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador uh, make any initiative or reform to benefit the citizens of Mexico, the Supreme Court blocking them. So he couldn't do it. The president of the Supreme Court, uh, Norma Pina, is a very corrupt woman. But now she had to leave, and also her bunch of corrupt team gonna live with them. There is no any alternatives. She had to get out of the Supreme Court, and she's the president. At this time, uh, they live with so much money that is unbelievable. You don't believe. As a result of all the bribes and corruption they committed while in power. However, they might persecute them as criminals, and they had to return the money they got from the nation, as well from bribes of criminals that freed them, and big corporations that also pay money to not to pay taxes, not to pay uh, taxes, and so uh, all of these things will require a deep investigation about that. But I hope they will do that, and a political investigation, and they do this investigation. They don't get by with this. I hope they will do that. Mexico will do that. And this is the job of the new members of the Supreme Court, that they had to do that, what is, in all of these things, what is my conclusion and my personal opinion? Well, what can I say, my friend? It is, thanks to AMLO, thanks to Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, we are celebrated with the great event of Morena. We exciting. Morena, which govern almost the entire Mexican Republic now. The other political parties are dying day by day. The PRI and the PAN are losing power because of the corruption that they have within them. The opposition, they try to scare the people in Mexico that the Supreme Court will be manipulated by the members of Morena. Don't believe it. It's not true. The Supreme Court had to be independent from the other two powers. The executive power, the Congress powers, legislation. And so they had to be completely independent. And so it doesn't gonna be what people think. And even they are doing protests in Mexico. This is gonna be in agreement with the president because they are Morena and things like that. Don't believe those things. This is just to scare people. Mexico will be a world power nation. And mark my words. Why? Because of uh, Mexico geographic location. And now the eradication of corruption and the establishment of democracy. Mexico is going to be a great nation. Mexico is obvious, and we see it in the news. It's getting wealthy day by day and more independent from all the nation concerning resources. We have everything in Mexico. You know, I, as a Mexican, I am very proud of what is going on in Mexico and exciting about these events. That's why I was planning to do this video. And if you have a Mexican blood, you should be also excited. But even if you don't have Mexican blood, there is a lot of people, Anglos, that they agree with us and they love us and they love Mexico. And so we have to be excited about this event, that they're going to change the members of the Supreme Court. That's the reason that I put this shirt. It's very, very Mexican. Even though some people say I don't look like Mexican. Well, yeah, but I 100% Mexican. I am Mexica, you know, uh, Nativo, Indian, from Cuauhtémoc, Nezahualcóyotl, from Tenochtitlan, Mexican. I am completely 100% Mexican. But so you have to be excited with me and about this event that is happening in Mexico. It's for the good of the people in Mexico. What else can I say? Um, just continue to listen to me, because there is not only political videos but also philosophical videos. When I talk about philosophy, when I respond to the atheists that they attack me all the time, and also religious stuffs, and different kind of videos. And my main thing is this is my power, my pen, my scripts. This is the power that I have. I don't have a gun, but I have this. And with this, I can convince people to think different way and be a better person, a better citizen. That's my purpose. When I do all these videos, I want everybody to help the neighbors, the fellow citizens, to live better life and think different, because that's the reason that we are in this world, to help one another. If some of us enjoy a better life, then we have to help those people that are in need. And that is the purpose that I do all these videos. Please hear my other videos, watch my other videos, give me a judgment what I do wrong, and I make you comments. I will respond all of them. Okay, and so please make your comments and arguments with a point, no senseless. Okay. Don't put slanders or derogatory comments, because I will delete them, and I am report them to YouTube in some cases. I will replay all of them if I have the time. Please be respectful. I begging you, be respectful when you put your comments, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel uh, to see all my videos. And what else can I say? God bless you.